everyone, this is race car driver Kenny Wallace, and you are tuning in to Prater and Son. Woo!
Hi, I'm Michael.
And it's Ozzy.
And this is Prater and Son. This weekend, we got to go run the Steve Smith Memorial. It's a 2-day race show at Bedrock Raceway in Belleville, Illinois. It was a hot weekend, but a fun weekend. I'm worn out, but
I'm very worn out.
we made it through it. We got a lot of great footage for you. The one thing I do want to remind you is make sure that you stick around through this entire video. We have some fantastic interviews for you, and we're really proud of them. So hopefully you enjoy the footage we got. I do want to caveat one thing. As far as Friday night goes, the track crew did have some issues with lighting on the track. Some people had a problem with it. Neither of us felt like it was a danger. We were both fine. But it did result in some pretty grainy footage from our Insta360 just because it was struggling with the light. So hopefully you'll stick around to watch those videos. It's still got good enough footage where you can tell what's going on. It's just a little grainy, so I just wanted to let you guys know about that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and click like right now. Leave a comment throughout the video if you see something you want to give us some tips on, or if you just want to make a general comment. And please, please make sure you subscribe. Enjoy.
tapping the brake all the way through the corner. That's me the entire time. Good luck, Chip. Good luck, man. Good laps, that's all we care about. That's all we want today. tired.
Nice duel.
Can't believe I passed that guy on the outside. All right, let's do this. back here tomorrow. All right, the goal for that race was an under 15-second lap. I'll have editing Mike turn this camera around, and let me just show y'all that I indeed ran a 14.91 and a 14.94. Yeah, buddy.
What's up, guys? Up bright and early, heading to day 2 of the Steve Smith Memorial at Bedrock Raceway. As you've seen in the footage, kind of got humbled. Had some motor problems early on for me. Was able to get some help, get them straightened out. The treads are a different world. I'm not used to that. Really loose, and trying to get the stagger right on them was crazy. I felt like we had Ozzy's kart pretty good, but just outmotored. And I'm not gonna say anybody was running illegal or anything, but there was no tech or anything, so we'll never know. Those motors that we got on are very competitive everywhere we run them.
I was gonna say, we got a really fast motor, and I pretty much just got gapped by multiple karts.
We just got smoked now. I don't know, maybe we're that far off on tires, I don't know, but that just certainly seemed like, especially in the feature, Ozzy's kart looked like it was handling really well. Now, at the point that we're filming this, we haven't gone back and looked at the 360 footage. You know, my opinion of that may change, but we'll see. So we'll see how today goes. I mean, as always, the goal is just to go out and have a good time. It's a big track, it's fun, it's close to home. It did leave both of us kind of beat up. So we'll see how it goes after a second day of doing that. And it's probably gonna be kind of a hot one today. So we'll see how it goes. No matter what, we'll have fun. We'll check in later. Got some changes we're gonna try from day 1 to day 2. He was on AJC's last night. We're gonna put on White Maxes, just see what they do. You know, we're kind of grasping at straws here. I'm trying to get some of the stagger out of the Hoosier treads that I got on. Dropping a couple teeth on the axle on both karts. We're gonna try to turn them a lot softer. See, you know, if I can get those Predators closer to their power band. Hopefully we can keep up with the pack today. Rough night last night, but we made the best of it. Still had a good time. So we'll see how today goes.
And if you keep watching, we got some pretty good interviews coming up too.
Filming?
Yes, it's looking at you right now. It's looking at all of us. Say hi. Films all the way around.
Hi.
We're gonna have some pretty good back camera clips because I was doing some really in the camera yesterday at the shoot-off.
What was it doing?
The grid. No, I was just messing around. I was like making weird faces in the camera and stuff.
turning too hard. All right, we're here with King and App. You are running what class today?
Junior,
Junior 1. How you liking Bedrock Raceway so far?
it's fun. And the characters know.
Well, it's got some character, right?
Yeah.
How far did you guys travel to come racing? How long did the drive? Thank you. Hopefully you're having a good time, but I got one final question for you. What's your favorite karting YouTube channel?
Technical racing.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah. All right, I'm here with Matt Lakaitis. We have a few questions for you today. So my first question is, how are you liking the track so far today?
Track's been difficult. It's hadn't been run on in 5-6 years, and it's not the same as it used to be, and it's been tough to get a hold of today.
Yeah. So how far did you travel today?
Not too far. I think it's like 2 hours, 150 miles or so. It's not. We're used to traveling in 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. So, so two is like driving down the road. So.
All right, so this is the question we always do. What is your favorite YouTube karting channel?
That'd be you guys. You guys are awesome. Woohoo! Thanks, Matt. We appreciate it.
Go.
All right, we're here with probably me and Ozzy's favorite kart racer. We're kindred spirits because he's an old guy like I am. But he's 25, my butt. He's not actually on the track today. I'm a little disappointed in that, but he's working the corner. How's that going for you?
It's a little warm out there, but it's going all right. The show's going pretty smooth.
What do you think of the track so far? Do you think we'll be able to continue doing some races here?
I think so. I don't see why not. You know, we've got a decent crowd here today, so as long as we can get people coming back, then
I really hope so, man. I really hope so.
Yeah.
We're having a blast here. I'm going to put you on the spot on this one right here. What's your favorite karting YouTube channel?
well, obviously Prater and Sons.
All right. Thanks so much for your time, Ed.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Go.
I'm here with the very familiar yellow number 43 kart. Bo Rainey looking really quick out there today. How you feeling about the track?
It's coming around. We've gotten a little bit better of a hold on it the last couple times out. And I'm hoping to make the right decision. We've got something to hang on to 58 laps later today.
That's going to be tough in this heat. How far did you travel to be here so far?
This is our home track. This is about 40 minutes.
Just where it all started for you?
Yep, it is.
That's awesome. One last question. What's your favorite karting YouTube channel?
That would be D&Q karting series. I love watching run no bridge, AR, Speedway, and all those places out there. So I can out there inside sometimes.
Guys, check out D&Q. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks.
Go.
All right, guys. If you've watched any karting on Facebook, YouTube, any of the streaming services, this guy right here, you've probably seen him in Victory Lane quite a bit. I'm here with Gavin Gregory. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
You look pretty good out there today. Last night, you had a rocket ship. How you liking the track so far?
I'm really liking the track. It's honestly pretty interesting track. I like the way it drives. Struggling a little bit with grip right now, but we'll get it dialed.
I think a lot of us are struggling with grip right now. How far did you travel today to be with us?
It was about 11 hours.
That's got to be probably the furthest person here from us. Thank you for coming out and supporting the race for sure. One final question. We'll put you on the spot here. What's your favorite karting YouTube channel?
I've honestly got to say yours. Like, I watch your guys' channel quite a bit. I really enjoy what you guys do.
Dude, that means a ton to us coming from you. Good luck out there in the future, man.
Thank you.
All right, today I'm here with Mason Hudson in the 00 kart. You're looking really fast up there today. How are you feeling about the track?
It's starting to fall apart in the curves. It's getting dustier. Start cuts out a little more.
Are you struggling with grip pretty much the way the rest of us are?
1 and 2, I'm not struggling, but definitely 3 and 4 is I'm lacking in grip.
Coming out of Forest. Yeah, coming out of Forest Beach right now.
Yeah.
So how far did you travel to get here?
Well, actually, it was like 20 minutes because I landed in Belleville on vacation. But my house is about 2 hours from here.
All right. And lastly, what's your favorite YouTube karting channel?
Probably Prater and Son. Great choice. Yeah, thank you. Good luck in the paces.
great race, but I know you're hurt. I know you're hurt. I've been there. Try to get up out of the car. Get my sign. Get your helmet off so you can cool off.
Alright, I'm here with Adam Johnson from AJC and AJC Mid-America. Bringing back Bedrock Raceway. I think it went really well. I mean, for the first race back in however many years, 4, 5, 6 years, whatever it was, I feel like it went well. There's things we probably would have done differently on the racetrack to get it to stay together, but really not a whole lot to do with it. So, as far as the race went, I feel like it went pretty well. For how low light the track was, the racing was still pretty solid. So, not really too disappointed with that. We were supposed to have council today, but I didn't get it in time, so I feel like that would have helped keep things together. As far as the show, I feel like the show went pretty well. Last night I wish we had more lights on the racetrack, but adjustment for next time.
It's the first time doing it coming back, and I was talking to people. I said, man, if I know Adam, he's going to come back and get stronger on the next one, the 23rd. So super excited about that. Again, thank you so much for everything you're doing for this work. I know. Is there anything else you want to tell you?
No, get out and support your local tracks. We don't want to see any shut down. This one closed down. It was really the heart of the St. Louis area. We grew up racing here. How many years ago? I can't even count. 20 years ago, we grew up racing here. Just to put a race on here was cool in general. We don't do this and make money that's worth it. We don't make a ton of money doing this stuff. And so it takes a lot. So when you see things on Facebook that are negative, it makes you want to stay home a little bit more. So if you're on Facebook, social media, just try to keep your comments, to yourself. If it's nothing positive, it's going to help the sport. That's the biggest thing I see. Debating's fine, but getting on there and just, completely running people through the dirt is no good. So, whether you're racing Maxxis tires or Vegas or AJC tires or hers or whatever it is, just go race. It doesn't matter. You won't see me on there bashing anybody at all. You'll never see that. So I hope people can follow that, a little bit. If you want to go race Maxxis, go race Maxxis. If you want to go race Vegas, race Vegas. Go race. Support your local tracks and keep things going.
I could not agree anymore. Amazing work. I am going to put you on the spot. What is your favorite art related YouTube channel?
Prater and Son, Korn.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. Adam, thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. See you guys.
All right, thank you guys for sticking with us this long. I know this video was a long one, but with it being the Steve Smith Memorial there at Bedrock, we wanted to make sure that we captured as much of it as we could. I wish we could have gotten in some of the clone stuff and some of the big races, but this would have ended up being a 2-hour video. And frankly, we didn't have the time to make sure we were ready to go, get out. We were just kind of running around, so I didn't have time to get that footage. I apologize. Maybe next year, if they're able to do this, we can bring on some additional crew, and hopefully they can, capture some of that. Maybe we'll do 2 videos or something like that, so we'll try to correct that going forward. But, I appreciate you guys sticking around. We got a little list here we're going off of, not to make the video that much longer, just to keep us on track. Adam Johnson's interview there at the end, I couldn't agree with the views that he shares on racing anymore. Let's not tear each other down. Let's build each other up. Let's stay positive. It don't matter what motor builder, what chassis, what tires you're running, just go racing. I thought what he said was very, very important. We did have our fair share of challenges this weekend from a YouTuber standpoint. We're learning from them, and we made some purchases. We had issues with the battery going dead in the 360, so I got additional batteries and a charger. The microphones weren't working right in the interviews. We hope that you got something out of those. I know they're not perfect, but we will have better microphones in the future so that when we get the opportunities to do those interviews, they will be far better than what you witnessed on this video. We ran out of storage on one of the cards, the SD cards, so we've got additional storage. So we're trying different things to make this better. The only thing I need to do is a big purchase. I need a more powerful Mac. I like to mix this in Final Cut, and it really dogs down. I got a 2012 MacBook that I'm doing this on. So hopefully that's something in the future that I can upgrade. we can't do any of this YouTube stuff. We can't race or do any of that stuff without the help of others. So Ozzy, who do we thank for this week?
First of all, thanks to Mark Apt at Paperboy Racing. Dad had a little bit of motor issues, and Mark was able to figure that out and help us with that. So that was really generous. So we thank him.
Kept me on the track.
And then P1 Kartworks. My clutch was running really high RPMs before it was kicking in. Springs weren't where they needed to be, so P1 Kartworks were able to help us out immediately. And in between races, was able to adjust those springs and get me at a lot better spot on my clutch.
We were pitted right next to them. Fantastic dudes. Make sure you check out P1 Kartworks. Good guys.
Yep. And thanks to Michael Brown, Dad was able to run on the Hoosier treads, because Michael Brown let us borrow the Hoosier treads. So we were able to run on 2 different classes, so we're not kind of conflicting with each other when we're in the same class. We also had a lot of family come watch. We appreciate all of them. I had Grandma and Grandpa Belcher. I had my Grandma Connie and my step-grandpa Jack. And then I had my Aunt Shelly come and had my cousin Caleb come with his girlfriend. Thanks to all of them for showing up and
meant a lot to us.
Making yourself known, and some of them even helped us out. So that was really nice of them. I also want to thank all the people who agreed to do interviews. It means a lot to us. We love to do those interviews. We like to get other people onto the channel, kind of get more people involved. We love to go out there and do those interviews. Thank you guys.
And all of you that said that Prater and Son were your favorite channel, you may have been humoring us, but we appreciate that.
And thank you to Kenny Wallace,
the Herminator,
for doing our YouTube intro. We appreciate that very much. We were so happy for him to see him do that for us.
It was great.
And lastly, we want to thank Adam Johnson for bringing karting back to Bedrock Raceway. That's awesome. It hasn't been opened and raced on in 5 to 6 years on karts. So we were really glad, and we were so happy to see that a local track, he was coming and reviving an a local track and running races on it.
Hopefully we will see many other races there at Bedrock. They don't necessarily have to be big events like this, bi-weekly show or monthly show even would be awesome. So Adam, I know you're watching. Thank you so much for doing that, and hopefully you'll continue to do that. Just want to talk a little bit about the experience in general for both of us. It was hot out. Obviously Adam can't control the weather, but it was really hot out. That track is big and has a lot of G-force, and we're new to this, and you guys know we run these little bull rings, so we're not used to a track like that. These dudes in the clones, in their features alone, turn 98 laps, between 350, 380, and then the Pro 380, 58 lap race. Unbelievable, and none of them dudes fell out of their seats. Some of them weren't even running sissy straps. Props to guys like Paul Rainey that just grinned and bared it and did it, and that was amazing. But just for us to do the 20 lapper on Predators, we're bending over, and the bumps crushing our ribs, it felt like, and the neck muscles. So got to experience some of that. Not a bad thing. These are things that we got to learn, and we got to get in racing shape. People don't think that racers are athletes. You're completely wrong. It will take you to your limits. It will test you completely. At least I had some challenges with the treads, learned a little bit about them. I don't know that they're my favorite, but I'll be honest, I don't know enough about them. It was my first time on them since 1993. So, hopefully, maybe in the future I get to try them again. So racing, we're off this weekend. We're going camping, taking some much needed time off and getting some family and friend time in. The weekend of the 23rd, we will be back racing again. We need you to drop in the comments where you think we should race. We won't be able to travel a long distance, so I know a lot of you guys that watch us from all over will throw your track down in the comments, and that's completely fine. But the ones that we are considering, I got them listed down here: Bell Rive, County Line, Quincy, Hams Prairie, and Spoon River. Quincy and Spoon River we haven't run. So drop down in the comments where you would like to see us race next, and we'll try to accommodate that. To kind of wrap everything up, the reason behind this race was to honor the memory of Steve Smith Sr., and it was a neat event to see a lot of his family and friends there. For all of you that went and ran this race, I just want to commend you guys. It was some of the cleanest racing that I've ever seen. There was absolutely no drama whatsoever for 2 hours. This is how racing's supposed to be. And I want to thank you guys for honoring Steve's memory in that way. Fantastic weekend of racing. Would you do it again?
Yeah,
It wore us out, but we would do it again.
it's a good time, no matter what.
Absolutely. So guys, if you would, please make sure if you're watching this that you click that subscribe button. Make sure you give it a like and drop us a comment down below. Don't forget to do something to grow the sport of kart racing. And when you go racing, make sure you have fun. We'll see you on the next one.